If you want an exercise in frustration, try polishing black GM paint. I want to give you a sense that even though this black truck, this black GMC, only had a couple thousand miles on it, it had the kind of bug guts on the front bumper that I just thought were gonna need some wet sanding. I mean, they are etched in there. This is a Wyoming truck. It's gonna get used. And so I'm just giving you a sense of, yes, this vehicle needs a good paint correction, and I'm gonna show you how I do it. I'm gonna go step by step through how I prep and correct and finish out this truck and make it look like this. I'm no guru, but I certainly have found a combination that works extremely well for black GM paint. And if it works for black GM paint, you guys, I gotta think it's going to work for most other paint colors. Of course, we know there are variables in every situation. That's why we can never tell you in detailing, use this and you'll be fine. But in this case, I certainly have found something that works. Okay, so ultimate fast forward action, mostly to show you how short I am and how giant this truck is. Gonna get the wheels all cleaned up, gonna eventually coat these wheels, but wanted to just show you how I work section by section. It was a cloudy day, felt really blessed about that. Didn't have to worry about sun, although, when you're gonna eventually clay and polish a vehicle, how careful do you need to be in the prep wash, right? It's a question we can all ask ourselves, and certainly there are times to be extra careful, and certain times where you just want to do a decent enough job when you're going to spend, countless hours polishing. So that was kind of me here, just trying to clay the paint as best I can. Again, realizing how short I am, and pretty depressed about that. No, that's okay. I'm over it. No, I don't have a pressure washer just quite yet. I've had one, sold one, climbing over this truck like a maniac. This probably took me longer than it should have to just prep this damn truck. So you guys can watch out there and tell me if you think I'm insane, if I need to speed the process up, or if there's just a lot of real estate to cover and it is what it is. I'm not going to show you step by step, or we'd be here for 40 hours, and that's how long it took me to do this job, and I don't want to talk about that because I'm embarrassed. But the first thing after you wash and clay, I think the responsible thing if you're going to polish paint is to tape up certain areas. I'm not an expert, but anywhere you think polish residue could fly into, anywhere you think that compound or polish residue could stain that black trim, the black plastic, because that's what happens with a lot of these compounds and polishes. So you're just sort of using common sense. I'm still learning, but if you're like, man, I don't even know how to tape up a car or a truck, just make sure you get the right stuff. This is from CarPro. It doesn't, leave any residue on the paint. Although I do notice for beginners out there, if you're taping up paint, sometimes the tape line is visible when you pull it off. So you got to make sure, either with a microfiber towel or with a small polisher, to remove that line because it's very visible in the paint. At least it's happened with this paint. Random thoughts from a guy who's polished dozens of vehicles, but not hundreds, in his professional career. So I started with a heavy compound, and that did a really nice job of removing defects. Some might say I removed too much clear coat with a heavy compound on a brand new truck. I say if a guy's going to pay me 2 G's to make his truck look amazing and get it protected, I want that paint looking as flawless as possible. Maybe it's a beginner mistake. Maybe I need to, be a better steward of the clear coat. But when I'm applying a multi-layer ceramic coating to protect the paint, I'm not overly concerned about a solid 2-step correction. So I started out with a microfiber cutting pad and Meguiar's M101. I know you think that I'm Mr. Insane because, wow, that's so aggressive, and maybe it was an amateur move. I tried a couple other compounds, and I know it dusts a lot, but M101, it's not a rotary. I'm not getting crazy with it, but I'm doing a nice first step with M101 to remove the scratches that were already there from car washing and from the lot technicians that probably didn't manage this vehicle particularly well. And then, as you can see on this LHR 75E, my Rubezh Mini here, I've got my yellow Rubezh pad and Oberk polish, and that was the key. I reached out to Aaron Noxie, Red Details. Don't even know you, man, but I appreciate all you do for the industry and just the good vibes you're sending out to the universe. And I said, you know, I'm having trouble finishing out black GM paint. And he told me Oberk polish, Rubezh yellow pad, which is kind of their medium cut. A lot of people use it as a one-step, low and slow. And so what I did with this particular paint, I made sure to compound, get out the heavy scratches. It left behind a serious haze. And following up with that, you know, use your paint prep. Make sure that the panel's clean and you're ready to polish. But yeah, I went after it. Yellow Rubezh pad, speed 3, low and slow. I made sure my backing plate was moving. I got to about a 90% finish.
Well, I'm tired. Oh my goodness, what time is it? It's 9:52 on a Saturday night. I've polished the tailgate, this door, and here. Still have to finish the roof, this door, the hood, and the whole other side of the truck. The final painstaking product. Oh yeah. There it is. Woo! How about that, guys? Ceramic Pro lifetime package. Glassy, glossy, gorgeous, great, gold, all the G's you need.